Egypt is widely known for its pyramids. These are ancient monumental stone structures that served as tombs for the pharaohs and their families. That's why they sometimes reach such colossal heights that after the collapse of ancient Egypt, they remained the tallest buildings in the world for thousands of years. Nowadays, when people talk about pyramids, they usually think of the famous pyramids at Giza, including the tallest pyramid of Cheops, the only wonder of the world that has survived to this day. But all these pyramids are the late creation of an already developed architectural tradition, which over the centuries built similar complexes throughout Egypt. But what started it, and which of the pyramids was built first? The oldest known pyramid is called the Pyramid of Djoser. It was built by the architect Imhotep, who is known to us from the series of films The Mummy, where his role was played by actor Arnold Vosloo. Of course, the real Imhotep did not possess such supernatural power. However, he achieved a much more significant achievement. It was Imhotep who was considered the founder of medicine and the first medical manual, which was used for centuries after his death. For this, the Egyptians deified Imhotep, turning him into the god of medicine and healing. Subsequently, the Greeks identified the ancient sage with their god Asclepius, the patron of medicine. However, let's return to Djoser's pyramid. Imhotep designed and built it around the 27th century BC. This was 2,000 years before the birth of Alexander the Great and 1,500 years before the legendary King Solomon. At that time, neither the Greek city-states nor the Great Wall of China existed, and it's simply amazing that this building has survived to this day. The pyramid itself, as its name suggests, was built during the time of Pharaoh Djoser and served as a tomb for both him and his immediate circle. Little is known about Djoser himself. Rare tablets and bas-reliefs found by archaeologists report that he managed to unite Upper and Lower Egypt into one state, creating such a superpower of that time. However, the pharaoh's military victories were modest. We only know about the conquest of the Sinai Peninsula by the Egyptians and the enslavement of its inhabitants, who may have worked in the construction of the Pyramid of Djoser. Now that we know about the builder and owner of the pyramid, we can come to the most important thing. The reason why the ancient Egyptians first decided to build a pyramidal complex. Before this, for thousands of years, the architects of Egypt built mastabas for their pharaohs. It was a tomb that resembled a pyramid smoothly cut just above its base. It required much fewer resources and was simpler to plan. However, Imhotep, who already during his lifetime gained great fame for his discoveries, was obliged to create something new, unknown to the Egyptians and capable of impressing them. And then he imagined a mastaba that would not be limited to a flat roof, but would rise to its very limit. Thus the architect decided to build a pyramid. But the pyramid is not a simple one, but a stepped one, whose outer stone blocks would protrude like a staircase going into the sky. We can say that the pyramid consisted of 6 mastabas located on top of each other. Moreover, each subsequent mastaba was smaller in size than the previous one. Such symbolism undoubtedly pleased Pharaoh Djoser, who was the first of all Egyptian pharaohs to allocate tens of thousands of slaves for the construction of a megastructure. In the process of building the pyramid, Imhotep also used several new techniques. If mastabas were built from adobe bricks, then the architect chose processed stone for his construction. Thus, he significantly increased the strength of the pyramid and ensured its safety for many millennia. But this also required a lot of effort, increasing the construction time to 2 decades, almost for the entire reign of Pharaoh Djoser. Ultimately, the efforts paid off, and the height of the pyramid was 62 meters with a width of 125 meters at that time. It was the tallest structure that man had ever created. However, its greatness was so dazzling that subsequent pharaohs tried to surpass Djoser's pyramid in everything, and soon even taller and more amazing pyramids began to appear. But it was Djoser's pyramid that became the starting point for all subsequent pyramids. Her further fate was quite ordinary for the ancient Egyptian heritage. They managed to rob her several times and take out most of the valuables, including the sarcophagus of the pharaoh himself, until finally it was covered with sand and turned into a simple rocky hill, in the shadow of which the camel caravans of Muslim traders liked to stop. And only in 1821, an Italian-German expedition discovered a passage to the treasured pyramid. Unattractive in appearance, this pyramid turned out to be one of the most important discoveries in the history of archaeology. And now, having been restored, It is one of the main tourist attractions in Egypt. Thanks to everyone who watched this video to the end. To find out about the latest releases, you just need to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. Also leave your thoughts in the comments and give it a thumbs up. See you soon.